After driving 3,500 kilometers around the Baltic Sea with my first car in order to drive to every country in the European Union, it's time for the next adventure. Ireland. Join me as I venture around the Emerald Isle of Ireland with my first car to take out the 15th country this car had ever visited. But first, we need to get there. And with that, welcome to another adventure in the series driving to every single country in the European Union with my first car. And as you might can see right here, we have 13 hours still to go to Cherbourg, because I will take in Cherbourg a ferry to Rosslare, Ireland, an 18-hour ferry. However, we are still 1,271 kilometers away from the ferry terminal. We will arrive there at 3 a.m. in the morning. It is right now 2 p.m. Yeah, we still have a lot of kilometers to go. I don't want to bore you with this adventure not too much to the ferry terminal, because let's be honest, Ireland is the main objective in this whole trip, because I actually crossed already Belgium, Netherlands and France with this car. I will cover it here and there a little bit just to give a few updates, but we will arrive in this video in Ireland. And I am very excited for that. Actually, Ireland is quite, kind of an achievement for this car, because Ireland is the last country in the north of Europe, which is in the European Union, which this car has to visit. Right, very quick update, some like 3.5 hours later, and as you can see, we are hitting right now the 1,000 kilometers, which is still, as you can see, 10 hours and 13 minutes away from the ferry terminal in the Normandy, in France, in Cherbourg. So yeah, this was just a very quick update. But I have to say, the car runs actually perfectly fine, but something is wrong with the brakes, which is a little bit concerning. Right, quick update, 9.5 hours still to go, but just look at this sunset. That's absolutely beautiful. It's a very lovely day, to be honest. 16.5 degrees Celsius. It will be in Ireland a bit more colder, to be fair, quite significant colder. And with that, in only 500 meters, we will enter Venlo, or in other words, the Netherlands, the first country of this Ireland trip, which is very exciting. And 1, 2, 3, and now we are in the Netherlands, which is very exciting. It's getting a little bit dark right now. We still have 7 hours and 56 minutes to go, and I have only an estimated fuel range of 220 kilometers, which means I will probably see you next at the petrol station. Right, I just filled up the car, and I actually booked myself now a hotel, because there's just no point sitting at the harbor and waiting for the ferry for the next 16 hours. That's why I booked a hotel. It's like 1 hour and 18 minutes away. I just filled up the car. I have now a full tank of fuel again, which is really, really nice. Alright, you probably can't see it because it's actually quite dark, but welcome to Belgium. I actually filled up like, I don't know, maybe like 5 minutes ago, and now we're in Belgium. I literally filled up right at the border from the Netherlands and from Belgium, and we have now 1 hour left to the hotel. But I think I will see you tomorrow when we drive to the 18-hour Atlantic ferry that will take us to the Emerald Isle of Ireland. Well, welcome to day 2 of getting to the island of Ireland. And yeah, I slept yesterday in a hotel, as I already told you. And we are now only 5 hours and 42 minutes away from the ferry terminal. The ferry will take off at 7 p.m. I will arrive right now there at 3 p.m. which means there's still a lot of headroom with the time. And yeah, I guess I will see you either there or somewhere on the route to the ferry terminal if something happens. Welcome to France, the 4th country in this trip to Ireland, and the last country before we cross into Ireland, which is very, very exciting. Right, very quick update. We are now only 2 hours away from the ferry terminal, and this bridge looks so gorgeous. Oh my god. Look at it. Look at it. Pont de Normandie, Gare de Péage. Oh, so there is another Péage, but oh my god, this bridge right over the water. I mean, this is proper beautiful. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my, wow. What are these bridges? We have right now 18.5 degrees Celsius outside. The sun is out. It's absolutely beautiful. We have basically no traffic at all. Just, just a few trucks. Nothing more. Only 28 minutes left to the ferry terminal, and then I need to wait around like 2 and a bit hours. But these 2 and a bit hours will be a few seconds for you. Well, as you can see right now, I am in the queue for the ferry, which is very nice. Alright, let's drive onto the ferry. It's now 10 minutes past 7, and yeah, I don't know. I obviously have to remember that when I arrive tomorrow at 12 p.m. I'd obviously drive on the left in Ireland and not on the right, as in Germany or Netherlands or Belgium or here in France. But yeah, we are driving now onto the boat, which is really convenient, really nice. They were actually a little bit late because there's presumably a problem with the toilet. That's why we are half an hour late. But you know, it is what it is. Actually a really big ship. Alright, this is actually my cabin. It's actually quite nice. I mean, I will tell you how much I paid for it in the video where I talk about all the costs of this trip. But it's actually, you know, it's cute. It's not so bad. You have normally right here 2 beds. And yeah, this is where I will do some work momentarily. It's, I think it's now 7:30. And yeah, look at that. It's amazing. I think I will see you in about 18 hours time when we arrive in Rosslare, Ireland. Alright, after a fairly bumpy 18-hour ferry ride, we are now in Ireland, and obviously I have to remember to drive on the left. Drive on the left, drive on the left, drive on the left, drive on the left. It's very misty. It's now 12 a.m. Irish time, and obviously it's Ireland, so of course it's raining. Drive on the left, drive on the left, drive on the left, drive on the left. Now if you watch my videos, you already know that I've driven with this car already for quite many thousands of kilometers on the left side of the road, because I actually visited in 2023 Scotland and the United Kingdom. So I've driven like nearly 4,000 kilometers just on the left side of the road, which is very exciting. And I think I need to go through customs, so right, okay, drive on the left, 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 left. It's always for the first like 10-15 minutes, you know, just get accustomed to driving on the left, which obviously means also roundabouts, to take roundabouts into the left, not in the right, as in the whole other countries in Europe. And yeah, I set myself now a location. Oh, am I already out or not? Oh no, there's a speed bump. Thankfully, the Republic of Ireland, where I am right now, is in kilometers, so which is kind of nice, you know. We will venture as this, you know, expedition, I call it expedition, goes on into Northern Ireland, which is in the United Kingdom, which means it has miles instead of kilometers. But I mean, it's nothing major. You just have to know how many kilometers is 30 miles, and etc, etc, etc. But oh my god, it's actually happening. And there are palms as well. Just have to remember to drive on the left. That's all what matters. Drive on the left, because I don't want a frontal collision. Now obviously in typical Irish weather it is raining, but you know what? It kind of gives this misty Irish feeling, I would say, even though I never visited before Ireland. And I don't know, it kind of adds to the feeling. Now obviously just have to get accustomed that I'm sitting on the wrong side for the car, or normally for Ireland, because usually the scenery would be on the right side, but this is a left-hand drive car, given I am from mainland Europe, I should say. I already talked about that in the review of this car, that I always hesitate to overtake even in Germany when the steering wheel is on the arguably correct side. Now I am obviously on the wrong side, which means I probably won't overtake anybody, given this car only has 75 horsepower. And yeah, now obviously it's raining, but it's kind of adds to the mood, which is quite fun. Yeah, 9 minutes, 6.6 kilometers. I think I will see you at the car park that I have looked out right now. Alright, a little bit later. I just have to film this. I'm currently still on the way to the car park, but as you can see, these roads are bumpy. I already knew what to expect because I visited this part of Europe before, as I already said, but these roads are actually way bumpier than I expected it to be. Now, obviously, as you can see, I can tuck the car right into the ditch, basically. I mean, it's just crazy. It feels so Irish. That's because I am actually in Ireland, the 15th country that this car has visited. Ireland, the 15th country, the last country that is in the European Union, in the north of Europe. Obviously, I'm excluding Iceland right now, because Iceland is not in the European Union. However, I want to go there at some point with the car. But oh my god, even though it's raining, I am absolutely pumped that I'm actually here. Another palm trees. I think this is a kind of a holiday location. Oh my god. Well, that's reality. I've driven the wrong way. I tell you what, having the car here is just absolutely insane. It's not only the 15th country that I visited with this car, it's also the farthest I've ever driven west, which is absolutely insane. And yes, it's raining, but it's Ireland, so what do you expect? And yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Right over there is the beach. I'm here right beside the palm tree. And let's go to the beach and let's explore a little bit the little village of Rosslea. Right, I just bought some fish and chips. I will eat this right now. This was a very quick 15-minute walk through Rosslea, and I will eat this and then we will drive to the hotel, which is still 5 hours away. Right, now around 25-30 minutes later, I am now here on this, it's not even a toll road, it's just a big countryside road. Yeah, I'm just behind a truck or a lorry. And yeah, basically chilling. I mean, it's raining, but as I already said in the last clip and in the clips before that, it's Ireland, so it's basically no surprise. I mean, I already talked about that when we actually landed in Ireland, but it usually takes, for me at least, like 10 to 15 minutes to get accustomed to driving on the left with a left-hand drive car. It actually plays a huge role in that, you know, to get accustomed to driving on the left, that I've already driven in Scotland, through Scotland, for like 3,000-ish kilometers. Right, update some 30 minutes later. I am stuck behind a truck and the guy in front doesn't want to overtake, which is okay for me because, again, I am on the wrong side for this kind of traffic. The steering wheel is on the wrong side for this kind of traffic, which is, yeah, I mean, you could theoretically overtake. The car has just not so much power, which is why I don't want to overtake, because let's be honest, I am very far away from home and I don't want to take any more risks. Ah, perfect. Ah, come on. Ah. Right. He actually turned around. Now we have a free flow of traffic, which is really, really nice. Yeah. All those little villages are so I mean, they are so cute. Now, very Irish. And that's just the first day. Yes, it took 2 days to get here, but it's just the first day driving here around Ireland, Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. We will visit a lot. And yeah, I can't wait. Seriously, I can't wait. Right, another update. It kinda stopped raining and I am currently driving on a road which is very enjoyable to drive. You know, more corners, you're driving through these little villages you have on the left here. You know, basically the mountain panorama with, you know, a little bit of fog still in the forest, in the trees. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. Ireland is a very beautiful country when you are a visitor. I mean, I saw some YouTube videos. For example, one was actually from Drift Games. I think Drift Games is actually one of the biggest YouTube channel in Ireland. At least, you know, focus on cars. Obviously, it's a name, Drift Games, so they do a lot of drift content, which is really nice. And I heard them say that they have extremely high taxes on cars here in Ireland, which is why you don't see that many nice cars, you know, in comparison to the United Kingdom, where they don't have those big tax, I would say, problems in exclamation marks. But yeah, the countryside of Ireland is just absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I know it feels so cool driving here. A lot of people are actually looking because this car is left-hand drive, not right-hand drive. But it's absolutely amazing driving here. And I still have 3 hours to go, 3 hours 70 minutes to be exact, to my hotel, which is in the very southwest of Ireland, on actually a little island. I don't know the name of the island, but you could theoretically take a ferry to the island, but I am taking the land route, which is like 5 kilometers more, but you know, nothing major. A little bit later, these countryside roads are so beautiful, and it meanders through the countryside. You get here and there, you drive here and there through a little village, as in this case right now. And these villages are so beautiful, so old. Now look, a little bridge. The architecture is actually really beautiful. I've already seen some castles, but I was unfortunately I couldn't stop in time to film. Which is, yeah, it's just crazy. It's honestly, I really enjoy it. It's just now, like, I am in Ireland for like, up to this point, maybe like 4 hours, if that. And I absolutely like this country. The fish and chips I ate back in Rosslare were also very delicious. Oh my god, these countryside roads. Now I would actually highly recommend driving here with the car, because A, it's actually really funny when you think about it. You can drive on the other side of the road, and B, yes, it might be for some people a little bit too confusing, but it is actually so fun driving these roads. I would highly recommend coming here. with any car. I mean, literally, I'm driving right now a 75 horsepower, 1.4 liter VW Golf Mark 5, and I can still rip around these corners, which is really, really fun. And I'm having the time of my life. And I'm not even in a high-powered performance car. I'm just in a normal VW Golf, which is really, really fun when you think about it. And driving here is just, I couldn't say enough. It's so fun. Yes, of course, I like driving in general. This is why I'm doing all those trips. But it is so much fun driving here. And yeah, these roads are really, really fun to drive. And I would, again, highly recommend coming here because it is absolutely insane. Alright, we still have 2 hours and 40 minutes of these roads ahead of us. Hey, let's go. Finally, some progress. Now my sat-nav says that it will still continue for 7 minutes. Which is, yeah, you know, not the best, but also not the worst. I mean, this is long. 7 minutes, it's like, I mean, we are doing right now definitely not 60 kilometers per hour, but this must be for like I don't know, 4 kilometers. But we are driving, we are still 2 hours left, 118 kilometers, which isn't too bad. Again, it's finally free flowing, and this is so beautiful. Look at the highlight. I mean, are these highlights? I mean, look at this big hill in front of us. It looks so misty. It looks like a James Bond movie. And we are finally now on normal roads again, not like roadworks. And you can rip on these. Let me tell you, you can rip absolutely on these. They are so beautiful. Oh my god, I'm hyped up right now. I mean, we're literally from the roadworks like 5 minutes away, and now these roads are absolutely beautiful. Now sometimes I wish that I had a much more powerful car, but at the same time I think as well, you know, you can also have so much fun with a quote-unquote underpowered car. Theoretically, yes, it is underpowered, but what is he doing? Okay. But you can have so much fun, and that's why I created the channel. I wanted to show many people that you can do very, very cool with cars, with, now I will say, quote-unquote shit boxes, because you can have so much fun. You don't need a 700,000 euro or dollar or pounds McLaren 765 LT, or you don't need a 350,000 pounds McLaren 720 S, or you don't need a 200,000 euro 992 GT3. You can also have fun with a 3,500 euro VW Golf, and with many others like a 320 Ci or MX-5. These are all not very expensive cars. Oh my god, is that beautiful! But you can have so much fun with them. Yeah. Obviously, now you can see the road isn't always as good as it was before. Now it's a bit more roughed up, but still good. I mean, you know, it doesn't rain anymore, which is also quite good. And you can see here on the sat-nav, it meanders through the woods and through the fields, which is so nice. In front of me is a CLA 200 diesel, and in front of that is I think it's a BMW 5 Series, and it is so much fun driving here. Honestly, I would recommend it to everybody who has a car and who has the will to drive it to Ireland. Do it, because yes, some roads are maybe not the best. As in this case, this is a bit more rough up than the road that I was on before. But if you can do it and if you want to do it, I highly recommend it to do it, because oh my god, it is so much fun. And remember, I'm only in a 75 horsepower car, which I said it 1,000 times, is not very much, but I'm having the time of my life. Honestly, I'm having the time of my life. Yeah, it's so nice. And now the asphalt is now a little bit better, which is really good. Yeah, see, these roads with this asphalt is always the nicest. It's also a bit better for the suspension, but that's another thing. That's another thing. Now back into a little village. And actually I have to say, this kind of road with, you know, maybe the road standard is different, because you know what? Now I have to say, these roads remember me of the time where I drove with this car around the Baltic Sea, and when I just entered Poland from Lithuania, I've also driven through these kind of windy roads, through little villages. Yes, arguably on the other side of the road, on this side on the road, but it kind of reminds me like that. And yes, maybe the road surface is arguably better in Poland than it is right now here, but yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. And yeah, I just had a fun moment realizing that if I would drive on this side, which is highly illegal obviously here in Ireland, and very, very dangerous if I would do that, but then I would basically be in Poland, which is a very, 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 very fun thing to think and to say. Yeah, I'm currently on the northern route of the North Atlantic Way. There's a northern route and there's a southern route, and I'm currently on the northern route, and we will actually see quite shortly the Atlantic. And I have to say, I mean, just look outside. It is so beautiful with all these little highland hills. Yeah, it is absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I just had it in this little village, but I can't stop staring at things, because everything here is so beautiful and historically well maintained. I mean, look at it, look at it. Oh my god, oh my god, it's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. And there's a little more. It's very, very beautiful. I don't know where I am, and somewhere in Ireland, but this is a very beautiful castle. Oh my god. I am right now in a little city, and this is very, very beautiful. I mean, just look at it. Look at these roads and these buildings, and there's a, I don't know, a tower kind of church, and oh, it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm right now on my way to the North Atlantic road or way, or I don't know, but driving here feels like, oh, that's a, wow. Yeah, it feels like absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Alright. Right here. Okay, and go. This is so beautiful. I mean, literally, I don't know what it is, but I feel like the little villages in... Oh, what? A church? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but the little villages in Scotland, England, Wales and Ireland, the island of Ireland, the Emerald Isle. I feel like these are a bit more better maintained than the old little villages in Germany, and especially in Germany. I just paused and just look at this view, and I think this is the Atlantic, or basically a big fjord. I will be here with my car, and this is just absolutely insane. This view, let's get this one. This view is just absolutely insane. And I'm here with this. The 1,400 kilometers were worth it, definitely. I mean, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Let me do a quick thumbnail. I mean, I have to say, this looks, I mean, the water is basically turquoise, which is absolutely insane. The water is turquoise, and I am here with my car. I'm like 45 minutes away from my hotel. And this view is absolutely amazing. And this car is also holding up quite good. But I noticed, I mean, you can't smell it right now, but I can smell it. I think this brake, yeah, this wheel is very hot, and the others are not that hot, which means that this brake right over there is, I think, done, which is not good considering I have still a lot more days on this road trip, and the Nürburgring season is coming up. Actually, I think I'm now only 45 minutes away from my hotel. If I will find another spot, I will do an outro there, but I think this is a perfect spot to do an outro. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed the last basically 3 days where we driven all the way from Germany to France, and then I took an 18-hour ferry here to the Republic of Ireland. Now I'm here with my first car, the 15th country this car has ever visited, and I hope, because this was only day 1, I hope I see you in day 2. Hello and welcome back to the second day of the Ireland road trip. I am parked exactly in front of my hotel, and it was a very lovely night. But as you might see, Ireland is islanding, which means that yeah, it rains. We have today, thank you very much. We have a couple of hundred kilometers today, around 7.5 hours of driving. The first stop that I picked out yesterday evening in the hotel is now 2 hours and 17 minutes away. I hope that the rain goes away, but I don't think it will, because let's be honest, it's Ireland. And yes, even though it rains, and yes, it would be even more beautiful when it wouldn't rain, but let's be honest, it wouldn't be Ireland without rain. That's why I'm still in a very good mood, even though it's raining. But of course, being German, I always have to talk about the weather, same as the Brits. But in this case, yeah, onwards to the next location. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm driving right now here on this little road on the Valencia Island, I think it's called, and just look at this view. I mean, I showed it you yesterday this as well. I mean, I didn't show you this road because it was dark when I arrived. The rain actually isn't that bad now either. And I mean, yeah, it's very, very beautiful here. Very beautiful. I mean, just look at that. Yes, it's windy, but we're here with the VW Mark 5, and this is very beautiful. It's some kind of, I don't know. You can watch seals right here. There are a lot of birds, and yeah, beautiful. I think it's a bit windy. It's also raining. You can probably see it also on the lens. It's a little bit disgusting right now. This is Port Medjay, and yeah, we are here with the Mark 5. That's really, really cool, if you ask me. This right there is the bridge that goes from, I should say, mainland Republic of Ireland to this little island, Valencia Island, and just look at it. It looks so beautiful driving here. It looks so beautiful driving here. And I don't know what it is with the water, but I said yesterday as well, the water looks very, very turquoise. If you look in the North Sea, you know, back at home where I live in Germany, it's basically like this very slushy green, very disgusting water. This looks very inviting, but it is way too cold right now to get even remotely close to the water, and therefore also in the water. But yeah, I mean, you have palm trees. I am now on the wild Atlantic Way, but it was the same yesterday as well. And I need to stop. I need to stop. That's beautiful. It looks so extremely beautiful here. Yes, the road is a bit bumpy, but it looks so beautiful. I mean, just look at it. And we have actually two left-hand drive cars together right now, because there's a Ukrainian Tiguan right in front of me, and oh my god, this looks so beautiful, so beautiful. Wow, look at it. There's the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. Somewhere in this direction is America. Yeah, absolutely beautiful, if you ask me. Absolutely beautiful. Obviously it rains. It started raining again, but you know, it is what it is. And right over there is a guy who is actually transporting a boat, which looks quite interesting. Alright, I had to stop. I mean, you know, here. And this looks so amazing. Look at those cliffs right down there. Wow. This looks absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. In fact, let me jump out. I mean, that's absolutely insane. All the way. This looks so beautiful. That's why I'm doing those trips with this car all the way to here. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Right, quick update. I just am here in a lay-by, and this is absolutely beautiful. I know I said already 1,000 times, but this is very beautiful. This car is holding up quite well. I use a lot more of the engine braking because I want to give the brakes a little rest, and yeah, that's why I'm switching quite a lot of gears, you know, to naturally brake the car with the higher revving of the car. And yeah, this is very, very beautiful. Right, some 1 hour-ish later, and as you can see on the sat-nav and also here, we are directly besides the North Atlantic. Somewhere in, I think this direction must be America. Yes, it rains, quite a lot. The road surface is also not the best, but this looks absolutely insane. It's so cool. It is so cool. And even the rain doesn't stop me from having fun, because yeah, I mean, it's Ireland. You have to expect that it rains. You have to come with a mindset. You know, it is beautiful even when it rains. And then everything is perfect, honestly. Oh, it looks so nice. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Amazing. Absolutely amazing, honestly. I just was a bit quiet because it's so beautiful. And I'm driving with my first car on this beautiful road. It is so beautiful driving right next to the Atlantic Ocean. I mean, it must be the Atlantic Ocean, because oh my god. I mean, it is crazy to think that somewhere over in this direction is America, the east coast of America, or Canada, North America. But this is just absolutely beautiful. This is so beautiful. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, and the road is so twisty. I mean, the road is kind of like someone put a spaghetti basically on here, and it meanders now through or at the coastline, which is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Yes. As I already said, I want to kind of give the brakes of the car a little rest, because, well, let's just say I can smell them a little bit already, which is not great when you consider that I still have a few more days here in Ireland. And it obviously gets much more hilly. Oh my god, it's so nice. It's so nice. It's like a little, I don't know, it's like a little Nürburgring Nordschleife. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Wow. I have to stop here. I have to stop right here again. I mean, that's just insane. You probably can't understand one thing, but this, I'm currently at Sleigh Head, I don't know what. It's absolutely windy. It's so windy. There's a seagull. Just look at this view. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. I'm standing here. I'm here already now for, I don't know what, 10 minutes or so. I mean, that's just absolutely insane. Look at it. I am here. It's so beautiful. Well, it was well worth it driving 2.5 hours here. Actually, a lady just asked me how my steering wheel is on this side and not on the right side, and I actually explained to her that I've driven this car over. So yeah, she was actually quite amazed, and she thought, oh, it must be hard to drive or to drive on the left when the steering wheel is on the left side. And I said, well, yeah, but you can manage. And wow, I mean, that's absolutely insane. It is so windy. I'm trying to keep the microphone a little bit tucked away so you can understand me a little bit. But this is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Oh my days. Right, I am now back inside the car. There are 2 seagulls and it is so windy outside, it's insane. But I have now another 4.5 hours in front of me to the hotel tonight, which I'm actually looking forward to, but this view is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I tell you what, driving here feels like, I don't know, I mean, that's... Oh my god, that was a big puddle. Holy... I mean, this is just absolutely beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at it. Look at it. Right? Oh my god. And I have to say, the interaction with the woman that asked me just a few moments ago about why the scenery is on this side, not on that side, is also pretty funny. Really, really funny, to be exact. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Okay, I actually have not 4 hours, I have 6 hours in front of me. But yeah, I am sure, I mean, I will arrive there at 19:03 if I drive through, but I still need to get a full tank of fuel. I mean, just picture that. I need 6 hours, over 6 hours for 370 kilometers, which would normally take like 3 and a bit, if that. And oh my god, it is so beautiful. I need to make another picture. I mean, that's beautiful, isn't it? That's really beautiful. Okay, another update. 6 minutes later. I mean, I can't stop filming because this looks so extremely beautiful. I mean, the west coast of Ireland, of the island of Ireland, is absolutely beautiful. I can recommend everybody to drive when you have a car that obviously works and is reliable, etc, etc, etc. And when you like driving, drive to Ireland. Yes, some roads are a bit cracked up, a bit, to be honest, a bit, but the views make up for it. I mean, look at it. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful, and we still have 5 hours and 58 minutes of this left until we are this evening at the hotel. I mean, that's just absolutely beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. And it is actually only the second day here in Ireland, but in terms of views, I mean, it's up there when it comes to the YouTube road trips I did with the Norway one. The very first one, it's up there because the views are just breathtaking. And don't get me wrong, Norway and Ireland, obviously 2 very different countries. They both have very big coastlines, impressive coastlines, but they are both up there. They are really impressive, really, really impressive. Right, another update. We are now 4.5 hours away and I've been driving on this dual carriageway for the past, like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. I mean, it's actually, I think these roads are also quite cool because you can see at a faster pace the country. Plus there are also some corners, which means it's not that boring. It's not like sitting, I don't know, on the German Autobahn, for example, in the north of Germany, with where it's dead straight all the way through. This has at least some corners. I always try on those trips to avoid the highway, because you see much more, you get much more in depth with the country that you're in when you're driving the country roads and not the highways, because the highways are just cutting through the, are cutting most of the time right through the scenery, and the roads, the normal country roads at least, I don't know, blend in with the scenery, so you have a lot more fun driving. I personally have that, at least. And you can actually see quite more, you can see villages, etc, etc, etc. Right, and just like that we are not anymore on the dual carriageway, because we are right now yeah, I mean in rural Ireland. I mean these are probably roads like maybe 1.5 lanes wide, not more, between all those farms and everything else. It looks absolutely beautiful right here. We still have 3 hours and 46 minutes to go. I mean, yeah, what should I say? This is absolutely beautiful. Now we need to turn right here. I mean, that's really cool. Still 3 hours 46 minutes for 229 kilometers. That's insane. You can proper 100 here. There are so many hills. It's so much fun to drive here, honestly. So much fun. Yield. Yep, I know. That's the problem with left hand drive cars in the left and the right hand drive country. You can't see a single thing when it is very tiny through little streets, but as you can see I actually could manage. I had luck that there was no traffic, but I think there's not much traffic around here, because it is like, this is proper countryside of Ireland. Proper countryside of Ireland. That's insane. Yeah. I also need to fuel up the car at some point in the next hour or so, because I only have 120 kilometers estimated range and I still need to drive 227 kilometers. Other than that, the car is pulling up fine. As I already said before, I try to give the brakes a little break, pun intended, and just to use the revs of the engine, the RPM of the engine, to slow the car naturally down. That's why my fuel consumption is a bit higher than normal, because I don't use the brakes that much. Therefore I don't drive as fast, honestly. And obviously. Honestly, you wouldn't see that when you would fly to Dublin or to Belfast, to Ireland, and not drive around Ireland. That's just one key fact why I actually prefer driving instead of flying. Yes, driving takes longer, it's probably even more expensive, but it's also not that efficient when it comes to the time. I don't know, it just feels so special driving with my own car in a country which is quite far away from where I live. I've just driven through the city of Limerick, I think it was called. It was actually, I mean, it looked quite beautiful. Little, rustical, a little older, but also some new buildings. There was a skyscraper, which you might have seen on the B-roll. I mean, that was an experience. It was really nice. That was an island I thought I would never see, but yeah. And that was kind of the first bigger city where I've driven through. We will drive tomorrow to Dublin, which will be, yeah, also very exciting. So you will see that in the next video. That's quite cool. I don't know if you can see it, but right in front of me is a Mark 6 Golf in the exact same shade of grey as this car, which is, yeah, I've never seen actually a Mark 6 Golf in this kind of grey. I mean, it looks cool. It looks actually quite cool. This car in front of me is from Ireland, therefore it is obviously right to drive. But yeah. Okay, another update. I have 2 hours 54 minutes left, but I might have a little problem because, as you can see, the fuel light is on. I only have 60 kilometers of range and I am right now in the middle of nowhere. Now I'm really questioning myself, why haven't I stopped at the last petrol station I saw where I had like 110 kilometers still of range? That was, to be fair, maybe 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers away. I'm now in the middle of nowhere, but I don't want to turn around either. I am kind of at the point of no return because I already talked about that in the Baltic Sea road trip where I've driven this car all around the Baltic Sea. The last quarter of the tank is really unreliable when it comes to estimated range, and yeah. Oh my god, I hope I don't get stuck in the middle of Ireland. Oh, please give me a petrol station. They will even pay for premium just to have fuel inside here. My god. And these 60 kilometers, as you can see right there, these are a lie. It won't drive over 60 kilometers. I already tested it out once, and these 60 will turn to 30 in like 10 kilometers time. Minimum. Which is really bad, but there's, I can see on Google Maps, village, or let's please have a petrol station. I need a petrol station. Oh, I mean, to be fair, yes, it's maybe not a petrol station, but that's a very nice church. That's a really nice church. Wow. But I need a petrol station. I mean, this looks a little bit bigger, so please have a petrol station. I need a petrol station. Give me a petrol station. I just need... Yes, there's a petrol station. Okay, alright. I will fill up, buy some snacks, and then I will see you afterwards. Right, a full tank of fuel and 91 euros later, and we are now back on track. I am right now on such a bumpy but so amazing road. Oh my god, I just had a jump actually. Oh my god. Yes, nice. Oh my god, that's a hard bend right there. That was amazing. We are like 10-15 minutes after I filled up. That's just amazing. These roads, oh my god. Oh my god, and the views. Today was, up to this point, the most scenic day by far. By far. And the roads we've driven. The roads we've driven on, these were just absolutely amazing as well. Now honestly, yes, I said that I want to give the brakes of this car a little break, pun intended, but I can't help myself when I see these roads. I mean, these are just beautiful, beautiful, in any way, shape or form. And it keeps just going and going and going and going. Oh my god. For how many, oh my god, is that beautiful. Ah, yes. We are literally in a forest. Left, right are all these trees. And this road just meanders through here. Oh, I'm sorry, brakes, but I need you. Oh my god. This road is amazing. And the tarmac is good as well. Oh. What is that road? Yes. That's so amazing. Alright. I think I will call it now a day. It was an amazing second day here in Ireland. And we've seen so much. I mean, the coastline of Ireland is just absolutely insane. I have now like 1.5 hours left to my destination for tonight, the hotel. And yeah, I think it will continue to be like this. In fact, I know it will continue to be like this. That's why I think I will call it now a day. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And just like that, welcome back to another video on this Ireland road trip. We are driving right now at 6:54 in the morning here at a beach with this, my VW Golf 5, which I've driven up to this point 2,200 kilometers from Germany all the way to here to Ireland. And yeah, I just had to take this opportunity. You could drive on the beach. I'm like 15 minutes away from my hotel where I slept, so like around 10-15 kilometers, and I just had to go. It looks so misty, it looks so nice, it's incredible. And right over there is actually the sunrise, which looks really epic as well. And yeah, we will venture today all across the country of Ireland to get to Dublin, where we'll spend most of the day. There's a reason why I woke up so early. That's because I want to have quite a long day in Dublin, want to explore the city a little bit. We have from this point to Dublin around 3.5 hours, which isn't actually too bad, and considering it's now only 7 AM, we will ride there at like 10, 11, 12 PM, depends on how many stops I do, which is really exciting. And oh my god, I mean, it looks so incredible right here. It looks so incredible, and I'm here with my car. Obviously I have to be a little bit more careful. I mean, I would love to do a bit more of this, but I still need to drive back to Germany, and I still have some other adventures plans. So that's why I don't want to take too many risks. And yeah, all right, off to Dublin. Whoa, oh my gosh, I was nearly stuck there, but okay. Right, I actually, now I need to find right there. Oh, was it there? Here? Oh, must be, I think so, yeah. Alright, this is actually where I entered the beach. Right here, and this is Mayo, Ireland, as I already said in the intro. 3.5 hours away from Dublin. This is a little town on the west coast of Ireland. And yeah, without further ado, let's continue our adventure to Dublin. Alright, another update. We are now 1 hour and 58 minutes away from Dublin, which means we already rubbed down about 1.5 hours. And it's now 9:25 because I did some stops in between. But yeah, it's actually quite good going. It's now 12 degrees. We are 1 hour and 30 minutes away, and it is an absolutely lovely day. Really is. The sun comes out. When it doesn't rain, it's actually quite beautiful. And to be honest, it's also beautiful when it rains. Sometimes. Most of the times because of the views. But in this case, maybe the views aren't that great. But the sun is shining. I am now in the outskirts of Dublin because I actually want to get some food. That's why I searched for a fish and chips place. Obviously, when you're in Ireland, you need to eat fish and chips. And yeah, it's now 11 p.m. And yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful day. 13 degrees Celsius, sun is out, a lot of people are out. This part of town is very beautiful. There's some kind of church or synagogue or I don't know what. Right in front of us. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bus from the TFI, Transport for Ireland. I still need 13 minutes for 4.5 kilometers, but it's just, I mean, it's city traffic, so what can you expect? Oh my god, we are right at the sea. That's beautiful. I've just noticed that as well. We are right at the sea. That's really nice. Oh my god. Okay, I mean, that's very beautiful. Look at it, even with palm trees. With palm trees. I even have voice cracks because of that. I mean, that's just absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Oh my god. Wow. That's very beautiful. Crazy. It feels like I mean, we're on the outskirts of Dublin, but it feels like we are somewhere in Spain, or I don't know. But it's just, it doesn't feel very Irish right here because of all the palm trees, the very, very good weather, the blue sea. I mean, it's honestly, it could be also in Spain or Portugal. Well, I'm currently looking for a parking space for the past, like, I don't know, there was one. Oh my. However, there's a Porsche Taycan, and this is a yacht club here in Dublin, and there are very nice cars in front. Here's a Ferrari Portofino, Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo, and right there is a Bentley Continental GT. I think it's a W12, but that looks really, really nice. Alright, let's continue the parking space search. Right, fish and chips done. Now into the city center of Dublin. Let's go. Right, I set myself a checkpoint right in the city center of Dublin, which will be, I think, quite a tour to get there, because we still have for 15 kilometers 44 minutes, and it might get worse. So yeah, I mean, it's actually a lovely day. It was absolute hell searching for that parking space, or for the parking space that I got, because I drove around for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and obviously I parked there very, very legal, and that's why I still needed to rush to see if my car was still intact or not. And yeah, that's why I rushed. I just ate the fish and chips, and now I'm on my way. It's actually crazy to think about it. 44 minutes for 14 kilometers. It's like, I mean, it's even worse than Hamburg, where I live. Well, that's nice. Right in front of me is a Land Rover Defender 90 in a like Nardo Grey. I mean, that's really nice. Yeah, we are still 26 minutes away, 5.9 kilometers. So we have like a matter, like 1 kilometer, we have the halfway point of our little city adventure in Dublin. And yeah, I need to fill up my water fluid. Yeah, the other thing, I can smell the brakes still a little bit. Thank God I noticed it, because otherwise it would have been a bit more concerning. But obviously I can't do it right now in the city. Look, I am right beside a little park, which is really nice. Oh, it's green. Yes, water fluid, I know. There's actually a really nice bridge, and it looks very idyllic here, I have to say. Like, honestly, it is really cool. There's a little Tesco. Yeah, I can't complain. I think Dublin is a beautiful city, even though I haven't seen the real center of it yet. But the buildings get bigger and bigger the further we drive into the city center. Okay, now there's a Jaguar XJS I just showed you. It's an amazing car. It's an amazing car. XJS V12, manual probably. If you could hear it and see the smell, it's... Oh, that's a Euros? Perfect. Car spotting begins. Haha, yes. I want to explore the city of Dublin. Memorial. road. Okay, 100 meters left. I mean, it's a beautiful city, at least from here. I mean, the buildings are very, very, very beautiful. Oh my god, look at those buildings! Look at those buildings! Wow! Right, I am now behind a Q7 on some kind of a bridge, and there's a statue. I don't know who this is. Quite interesting, quite imposant. What is she doing right now? Okay. Alright, miss. Beautiful. Honestly, that's beautiful. I think this is kind of the main shopping street. But we are now in roadworks, which is not really nice, but it is what it is. It is a big city. Right, we are now only 4 minutes, 750 meters away from the checkpoint that I said, and oh my god. This looks so beautiful. And I know I already said it 1,000 times, but Dublin is a very beautiful city. And look at all those Irish flags. That's really cool as well. Wow. I would highly recommend visiting Dublin, because I know it's just a beautiful city. And I've just seen it now out of the car, because let's be honest, I'm a car channel, so I want to do car content. That's why I'm in the car, that's why I'm not on foot. But this is very, very beautiful. And there we are, right in front of us is the Dublin Castle, which is looking really, really, really dominant and very proud. And the architecture here is just crazy as well. I mean, it dates back so much that I don't know what, but it's just absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It looks so nice. It looks so nice. Wow. Let me get a quick picture. I mean, that's really nice. I think it must be a Phantom. This is a Rolls-Royce Phantom. That's extraordinary. That's really nice. Wow. Okay. These. Yeah, it's a Phantom EWB extended wheelbase. To the left of me is the St. Stephen's Park here in Dublin, and I set my waypoint to the Fitzwilliam Hotel because, well, I heard and I saw on the internet that there could be some nice cars, and I want to check that out. That's why, yeah, why not? Alright, there's a Defender 110, a new one. An old Range Rover Discovery, I think it was a Discovery 3. Alright. Let's have a little no. Okay, there's a Defender and QS8. There are the Valets and a Volvo. That wasn't much, was it? but I have to say, the city of Oh no, that wasn't even the Fitzwilliam Hotel. Okay, no, the Fitzwilliam Hotel is right over there. But the hotel right back then had also valets. There are some horse wagons, okay. That's interesting. Alright, this was a little whistle-stop tour of Dublin in my car, in my first car. I've set now the waypoint back to my hotel where I'm sleeping tonight, which is still 16 kilometers away and 50 minutes of traffic, which is lovely. And yeah, let's venture back, I guess. I've shot one really cool picture with the car in front of the Dublin castle, but yeah, that was basically it. Right, we actually made our way now a little bit out of Dublin. I mean, I still need 40 minutes for 12 kilometers. That was a very nice Meisenblau Taycan. I don't know if you could see it or not, but that was a very nice car. And yeah, we're kind of here in the, I would say, marina of Dublin. And there's a Coast Guard ship in front, I think. Yeah, looks quite good. The only other thing is I can't really see the traffic lights. Now this is again on the outskirts of Dublin, right at the sea. And I just want to say that we have free flow traffic, but that's not the case. But only 9 kilometers and then we're basically at the hotel, which is really nice. Today was kind of a shorter one, but also a quite early one, because I wanted to see obviously the car at the sunrise at the beach in Mayo. I think it was Mayo. And yeah, that's why I am better. Oh god. Let's see on the maps how. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god, we drive the entire coastline again. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's so beautiful. We are now half an hour just here on the coastline in Dublin. Traffic! But I have to say, it's, even though we are in quite big traffic, it's still a very, very, very lovely day. And I think I found the reason why we are in traffic. Yeah, road maintenance. Classic. Now I know the little sign for L, which means learner, but I don't know, what does N mean? Can anybody answer that in the comments? Because I have absolutely no idea as of right now. But I know, maybe it's new, maybe it's, look, that's another N on the Renault. But yeah, I don't know, what does N mean? For what does N stand for? Because I just know L for learner. Here, another N, let's go there. That's a Jaguar F-Type, the newer model. Actually, that's a really nice car. That's a really nice car. I think it's a P585, if I'm not mistaken. I don't like the rims, but who am I to judge? This is a really nice car. Really, really, really nice car. This car is really nice. I like the blue. I like the blue. Yeah. One car to live for, people. One car to live for and to work for. All right, I am now only 5 minutes, 650 meters away. Oh, one moment. That's a really nice MX-5 NB. One car to think about. I will give you that. And yeah, I'm now only 5 minutes away, 650 meters from my hotel. It was an amazing day, amazing day. I mean, the day was basically spent searching for parking spots or driving around in traffic jams in the city of Dublin. And yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I guess I will call it now a day. Welcome to the outskirts of Dublin, we have today a 5.5 hours trip in front of us. The first location I set off on the SatNav is 4 hours and 42 minutes away, 289 kilometers. We will venture today from the Republic of Ireland into Northern Ireland, which is in the UK, which means that it will actually change from kilometers into miles. And yeah, it will be very, very, very exciting. We will visit today the northernmost point of the Emerald Isle of Ireland, which is Malin Head. Now, funny enough, a lot of Irish people call obviously Northern Ireland Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland Southern Ireland. And funny enough, Malin Head is actually not in Northern Ireland, even though it is the northernmost point of the Emerald Isle of Ireland, because Malin Head is actually in Southern Ireland. Really funny that. I actually, I looked yesterday at the map and I thought, well, okay, that's funny. But yeah, all right. I actually still need to fill up my wind water fluid, and I actually need to go to a petrol station in the next 160 kilometers, even though it's the last quarter of the tank, which means that it won't be deplete a little bit faster than the other 3/4 of the tank of this Mark V Golf. However, yeah. Now, honestly, I am actually very impressed. I've driven up to this point 2,615 kilometers on this trip. The car's now on 207,000 kilometers, and I am absolutely amazed. I know I said it in all the other trips. This is a well good road trip car, and I know a lot of people don't think that, because honestly, if I wouldn't have tried it, I also wouldn't think that. But this is a really good road trip car. Yes, it's sometimes underpowered, but you can have fun with it. Oh my god, that was a little bit tight. You can have fun with it, and this car just absolutely drives. Like, I've driven multiple days hard with it, day after day after day after day, and it's still going. And the only thing that's currently misbehaving is like the wind water fluid, which I still need to fill up, but nothing more. And that's absolutely insane if you ask me. Like, when you think about it, this is a 3,500 euro, oh, that was a 3,500 euro car. This is right now maybe a 2,000 euro car, if that. Yet it still performs this well. It didn't give me any headaches up to this point so far. Fingers crossed. Because that's, I mean, I'm absolutely amazed. I'm absolutely amazed. Now, yes, something is wrong with the rear left brake, but that's because this brake disc is, not the youngest anymore. And let's be honest, I drove it hard, especially the last 3 years since I've owned it. And so it was bound to happen, obviously. I mean, it wouldn't have happened if this disc would be replaced sooner, but I thought, you know what, let's do it after this trip, and then everything will be fine. But obviously I have to drive now a little bit more careful because of that, but this obviously doesn't take the fun away of this, because the roads here are absolutely beautiful, and it is so much fun driving actually on the left with the left-hand drive car, because you can see in right corners a bit more, which means you can have in right corners a bit more fun, if you understand what I mean. Oh my god, look at this, the road, yes. It's so nice. It's so cool. I tell you what, driving lorries or trucks like these on these narrow lanes with this, I mean, if you can see on the maps, but it is very, very windy here, the road, very curvy, very many corners, and these are very big trucks. These are very big trucks. And it's barely, I mean, there was already one truck coming the other way and there's another one. Look how they have to squeeze into into the branches, into the bushes on the left and the right. I mean, it's insane. I actually don't want to overtake them because A, I can't, and B, it's dangerous, and C, I actually don't want to. Right, just about an hour later, we have now only 3 hours and 20 minutes left, 290 kilometers. I still have 120 kilometers of range left, and yeah, I'm now on the N2. And I've driven on the N2 for the past, like, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes. So yeah, it's actually, you know, it's a bit more faster paced, yet you can still see the country, obviously, because it's still windy. It's, you know, a bit technical to drive because there are some corners, not very many, but you know, just a few. It's, the elevation changes are there, which also adds to the fun of driving this. Amazing. I am in this little town, I don't know the name, honestly, and I think you can see all those Irish flags, and there's a very nice castle, and you can see all those Irish flags because I think of St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, of course you can go. It's really, really nice. Really nice. And all those little shops. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. But obviously traffic, which is not good for the average fuel consumption, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, I can smell the brake disc. Well, obviously, as I already said in the last couple of days, as well as today in the very beginning, I try to drive a bit more careful ever since I saw this, because I obviously don't want to get into an accident because of that. That's why I am, even though I still want to see things, I still want to drive very, very careful and try to be as precautious as possible. And oh my god, those castles look amazing. Amazing. What a... Now I have to say, it looks really, really quite cool. It looks really, really cool driving through this town. Okay. Danke. Well, that was tight, and I even had that on camera. It just keeps going and going and going. What's that? A little monument. Right, I just fueled up the car right here at this lovely gas station, and I bought 1.5 liters of still water because I actually need to refill the washer fluid. So let me do that right now. Well, 1.5 liters of water are now back in the car and no faults or lights whatsoever. Perfect. Now onwards. You are joining me right now about, well, 30-40 minutes later after I filled up the car, and in the next maybe 200 meters, we are currently now on the N2, we will leave the Republic of Ireland and enter Northern Ireland, meaning the United Kingdom. And this is a border where it goes from, which is actually quite funny. We are now in the United Kingdom, and it is now not anymore in kilometers, it is now in miles, which is something to think about, obviously. And now, if I'm not mistaken, the border between Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland is the only border where you can drive through without stopping, and while you do that, you change from kilometers to miles without stopping. I mean, obviously when you drive from France to the Eurotunnel and then to England, that's obviously stopping, because you have kilometers in France, then you stop in the Eurotunnel, and then you drive off into the United Kingdom with miles. But in this case, we were just on kilometers, and now we are on miles, which is really something else. I mean, it is really weird. Really weird. I mean, I already knew for what I was up for, because, as I already said in the previous videos, I've traveled with this car already to Scotland, through the entire UK, so I basically knew what's going on. And now we see much more. Now we see many more British plates, which is well, now we see much more United Kingdom plates, the yellow and white ones, which I actually think I like these a lot, because you can customize them a lot. And yeah, awesome. That's actually a nice Hyundai. I tell you what, seeing now all those UK plates, and not, let's say, the Irish plates, which were obviously, let's say, the normal Euro plates, and it kind of gives a different feel to all things, you know, because not only is it not any more kilometers, because it's now also miles, as I already told you, but it's not euros anymore, because it's now pounds, which is quite fun to think about. And yeah, I don't know, it gives kind of a different feel to like the whole scenario, to the whole experience of also driving on the left and also being here. I don't know, it's just, it's quite something special. It's actually something to think about, and it is, in my opinion, actually, you know, quite different. The feel is very different. Alright, 1 hour 36 minutes still to go, 97 kilometers. I have 790 kilometers of range, and I am in a traffic jam because of roadworks, which is, well, okay, I guess. Not good, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I have plenty of time. It's not 12 AM. And yeah, we have only 1 hour 36 minutes to go. And I actually have to say, Northern Ireland is equally as beautiful as the Republic of Ireland or Southern Ireland, because, well, yeah, it's I mean, it's the same island, so it just makes sense that it also has the same beauty as the Republic of Ireland or Southern Ireland. And yeah, other than that, it's great going. I actually like having the change from miles, from kilometers to miles. Ah, now we can, nice. Now we can drive. But yeah, I actually think it's quite refreshing having the change from kilometers to miles. And yeah, everything great so far. I just thought about it. The car performs really well, like really well. They pushed it the last days really hard, when you think about it. And the last couple of trips really hard. Especially the Baltic Sea road trip was quite hard, and Castle Wild Scandinavia as well. And yeah, but it's good that this car performs this good, because I still have a lot of other plans with it, which will obviously come in the future at some time. And yeah, I absolutely love driving on country roads in the United Kingdom or in Ireland, because No, these roads are much more fun to drive on than the roads in northern Germany. Because the roads in northern Germany are dead straight. There are some windy roads, some curvy roads, but not like this. Well, another update. Only 1 hour 57 kilometers left. We will arrive at 13:47, and I am currently right now in some kind of a village right next to a river, and the river is actually quite big, and I'm in traffic, which is usual, but yeah, I mean, it's actually quite smooth sailing. I just looked it up. As already said in the beginning, Melon Head is actually in Southern Ireland, in the Republic of Ireland. But obviously we are now in Northern Ireland, which means that we will cross back into Southern Ireland or the Republic of Ireland, whichever way you want to look at it. And yeah, so it will change back from miles into kilometers. However, my hotel for the night, which is actually the last night in Ireland, is in Northern Ireland, which means we will cross back again from, oh my god, that's beautiful. I don't know if you can see, but this 3 Series has a plate. It's a 325i, but it has a plate M3 SOH, which is a quite nice plate, but this is not a M3. This town is absolutely beautiful. Look at all those churches and towers and historic buildings. Oh my god. I mean, unfortunately, just look at the other side. Just look at the other side. How is this town called? I have absolutely no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Oh shit, I need to move over. Okay. Made it. Behind a taxi. No, driver's school. Ebrington? Is this Ebrington? I don't know. But we are in traffic, but these buildings are, I don't know, the thing about England, these buildings or England, the United Kingdom or Ireland, these buildings are very, they are well better preserved than the buildings in Germany, at least. In all those cities, they obviously have a modern touch, but they are really, I mean, they are much more historic, I would say, with my novice words. I just found out where we are. We are not in Ebrington, we are in Londonderry. And I'm actually amazed how much traffic in Londonderry is. But yet, this was Londonderry, and I have to say, it's a beautiful place. Okay, we are now only 37 minutes away, 37 kilometers. We are directly at the sea, and one very funny thing to notice, actually, I've completely missed the sign where we actually went back from miles to kilometers. We are now back in the Republic of Ireland, right next to the sea, which looks really, really, really nice. And yeah, I've completely missed it. I looked at my sat nav and I saw kilometers, not miles anymore. And then I was, well, okay, I guess, might as well film it. And yeah, we are back in the Republic of Ireland. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but we are kind of in the Highlands, which is funny. I don't know if you can call them Highlands, but you know, the normal Highlands are, I think, with all my knowledge in Scotland and only in Scotland, and I don't know if you can call these hills Highlands, but they are looking Highland-ish when you look at them. They do look Highland-ish, and this road is actually really, really nice as well. And yeah, it just makes fun. We are 33 minutes away from, obviously, Mellon Head, the northernmost point of the country of Ireland. And yeah, it just looks absolutely beautiful here. I mean, just look at that. I mean, that's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Now I can smell my brakes again, which is not really nice, not really pleasant, but it looks really, really nice with all those sheeps. Yeah, amazing. Now when we arrive at Mellon Head, this car has then visited up to this point actually quite a few northernmost points, if you can call it that, because I've driven this car to the North Cape. That was obviously the northernmost point of continental Europe. Then I've driven this car, before I started YouTube, in 2023 to Roanoke Road, the northernmost point of the United Kingdom, continental United Kingdom. And now I'm driving actually to the northernmost point of the island of Ireland, of Republic of Ireland, which is actually quite fun to think about, that this car has visited already some quite many northernmost points-ish. Well, as you can see, it's now way, way hillier than before, which means when it goes uphill, this car actually struggles quite a bit. And yeah, but it looks absolutely insane. It looks absolutely insane. It's so beautiful, and right over there is the water. But oh my god, it is very, very hilly. Well, this right up there is Mellon Head, and unfortunately my camera died. That's why I couldn't film the way to get here, but it cooled down. That's why I am filming right now really quick. But this is the way up there. This amazing, amazing, amazing road. And yeah, it's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's really, really, really nice. They're turning around, okay. But that's Mellon Head. And I think I'm parking here because this is a really, really, really nice spot to overlook the ocean, which this car is currently doing, and it is absolutely amazing. Now, as you can see, this car has made it to Mellon Head, the northernmost point of the island of Ireland. It is very, very, very windy, which means I have to kind of tuck the camera away so you can actually understand me. But yeah, it has made it. This car has visited now the North Cape, the northernmost point of continental Europe, Roanoke Road, the northernmost point of the United Kingdom, continental United Kingdom, and now Mellon Head, the northernmost point of the island of Ireland. And this car has made it. This car has made it 2,800 and something kilometers, which is absolutely insane. Which is absolutely insane. I am here with this incredible, incredible view. Now I try to actually speak now against the wind. That is why maybe the audio isn't that good. But this is absolutely insane having this car here, and I just noticed like this angle is really cool. Yes, the Mark V might has some haters because of the design, but let's be honest, this view, and yes, even with this car, Entrances Tower, which is Melonhead right over there, is really, really, really good. And oh my god, it is windy. Actually, I jumped now back into the car because it is so incredibly windy outside. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but maybe I will zoom in, 2,896 kilometers. This car has driven under its own power all the way up to here, minus the ferry obviously. But yeah, it's absolutely insane. And this view is just next level, if you ask me. It's a shame that you are not allowed to wild camp in Ireland, because this view is absolutely breathtaking. And this view with the sunrise or sunset would be impeccable. It would be so amazing. Right, I just reversed out of this parking space, which was really, really nice. And this view is still so incredible. And now the camera is not that overheated anymore, which means I can actually show you the way back, because I set myself another checkpoint, which is actually a nice photo or picture location. Yeah, 70 minutes away. And this, oh my god. I've just driven on the right side of the road, not on the left, which yeah, could have caused some trouble. See, that's what I mean. That was basically muscle memory, which is obviously in left and right hand drive countries not a real good thing. But yeah, you also drive on the right side of the road, not on the left side. But this coastline is absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, without a doubt. Yes, maybe a bit harsh on the suspension of the car, but the views make up for it. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Right, let's roll some B-roll and I will see you at the next location. Right, last photo location for the day is now done, and that was basically it for the day. I've shot now a really nice picture, you know, with the car in front of like Irish flag. Unfortunately there was no wind, no real wind, that's why the Irish flag basically doesn't look really Irish right now, but we have 35 minutes, 37 kilometers back to the hotel, and yeah, that's basically it for today. It wasn't actually that long of a day, but I need to be ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow is the last day here in Ireland. Not really a day, maybe half a day here in Ireland. That's why I need to get up really early, and you will see that in the next video of this trip, the last video of this trip. And yeah, it was an absolutely amazing day. It was so great having being with my first car, with my own car, at Melonhead, the northernmost point of the island of Ireland, the Emerald Isle of Ireland, which is really nice, really cool, really fascinating. It was absolutely beautiful right there. It's a shame that you can't do wild camping in Ireland, otherwise I would do maybe a Cars in the Wild season here, But unfortunately you can't, and I don't want to spend the night at campgrounds because I think that's not what Cars and Wild is all about. So yeah, that was just a little excursus, and I will make my way now back to the hotel, 33 minutes, and yeah, I hope I'll see you in the next one. And with that, welcome to another episode here on the Ireland Road Trip, here in Northern Ireland. It is currently 6:37 a.m. in the morning. We have actually only a half day here in Ireland for various different reasons. I need to take a ferry in Belfast at 10 a.m. It's 6:37. I woke up a little bit early so we can actually have a bit more time, and our first destination is about 45 minutes away. Let's go! It's actually crazy to think that it has been already 5 days, that this is the official last, basically half day here in Ireland, and I will miss these views because they are absolutely incredible. Way prettier than Germany, actually, obviously in my opinion. And yeah, we still have 33 minutes to go. I have 640 kilometers of range and 36 kilometers still to drive, so a little bit over 20 miles. I tell you what, driving like into the sunrise, it's really fascinating. Oh, I say fascinating. I'm still a bit tired, that's why I might talk a little bit of crap. It is very beautiful to drive into the sunrise. Now we have obviously a bit of traffic, and yes, I know my windshield is maybe a bit dirty, but the car has been driven, and that's obviously the most important part. We are now on 207,655 kilometers. I haven't driven yesterday on these kind of roads. Do you? I mean, it feels like the Nürburgring. It feels like the Nordschleife. It is so extremely, I mean, the elevation changes are so extreme, and you can absolutely rip around here. I mean, it is so much fun. Yes, I was a bit tired like 20 minutes ago, but now I am awake. Let me tell you, I am very awake. And I haven't shown the majority of it because I was just focused on driving, but driving on these roads, let me tell you, you can have with every other single car fun on these roads. Because oh my god, look how they meander through the countryside right as the sun goes up. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. It will be a beautiful day. Look! I also don't want to brake because, let me tell you, my brakes are still not in the best shape. That's close, okay, yeah. Whoa! That feels like a roller coaster. It honestly feels like a roller coaster. And with the sun going up, oh, it's a beautiful day. It will be a very beautiful day. Now 7:10 a.m. in the morning, and we are still 13 kilometers and 14 minutes to go, and then we are in Port Stewart. We are now only 5 minutes, 3.6 kilometers away from the destination that I set out. And welcome to Port Stewart, and in not even 200 meters, we will reach the 3,000 kilometer mark on the trip, which means this car is an absolute trooper. And point 9, 3,000 kilometers. We've made it. We've traveled with this car now 3,000 kilometers, and we are still in Ireland, which is pretty insane if you think about it. And yeah, we are now only 5 minutes away, 2.9 kilometers. Now the thing is, why is Port Stewart so on my agenda? Why do I want to visit Port Stewart? Well, first off, Harry's Garage has actually visited it with his Jaguar XJC V12 like a couple of months ago, or maybe a year ago, I don't know, some time back. And he actually said that Port Stewart is kind of the home of the Dunlop family, which is obviously in motor racing kind of the, you know, a very, very, very famous family. You can't imagine racing without Dunlop. And Port Stewart is home of the Northwest 200, which is kind of the picture the Isle of Man road race in Ireland. It is basically the Irish version of the Isle of Man TT race, which is also really quite funny. And I want to show you something really quick. Right, I am now at Stewart Point. I actually wanted to show you this. Obviously this is a very, very, very beautiful site. A very, very nice parking space. It's actually kind of a roundabout thing, and you know, I just park here because I'm here alone anyway. But I want to show you, you know, obviously 3,000 kilometers make a car actually not that pretty again, because let's be honest, it is a hard push from Germany all the way to here. So first off, a bird disintegrated something on the bonnet. The bonnet is, you can actually see kind of the lines from basically the dirt and the air. The complete front is covered in bugs and also in all sorts of crime. I mean, look at it. I mean, it's disgusting. Headlights are dirty. I mean, the wheels are just, they are normally silver. They look like they are grey right now. And I don't want to even begin with this side. Let's be honest, obviously the mirror is dirty as well. And yeah, the wheels are absolutely done. And in the back, everything is basically covered in a layer of dust. I mean, just look at the number plate again. Yeah, that's insane. That's absolutely insane. And obviously 3,000 kilometers leave marks on the car. I'm sure there are very, very many more stone chips on the car. Oh my god, this side is even worse. Just look at that. I mean, that's proper sand. That must be from the time where I've actually driven with this car on the sand like 2 days ago. And yeah, but I want to leave it that way. I want to clean it afterwards in basically the facts and figures video. So yeah, where I present to you all the costs of this trip. How much does it cost to actually drive a car from Germany to Ireland? And yeah, it will be a very, very, very exciting video. I actually already did some math, and it is actually not that much when you think about it. But we are here actually in Port Stewart, which is very, very, very beautiful. And yeah, I just can't stop looking here onto the ocean. As I already said, I think it's now 7:30. Let me check real quick. It is 7:33. I have an appointment because I actually need to catch a ferry at 10 a.m. in Belfast, which means I still need to drive 1 hour. But I still want to show you something different. Let's go. I tell you what, it is absolutely freezing outside. I mean, just filming this clip, the last clip was, I mean, my hands are a bit numb. Let's put it that way, because oh my god. Alright, on to the next location. I tell you what, driving down here, this is from the point down back to another location, but I basically drive directly into the sea, which is really, really nice. And I tell you what, being this early, I'm normally not a early person, like this early person, but I tell you what, it also has its positive sides. Obviously you have much more of the day, and there are not many people out, which means you can film free in some locations where you normally couldn't film anyway. But yeah, that was just really nice. Alright, we have now 3 minutes, and I guess I will just bring you with me as we drive to the next location, which is 2 minutes, 1.6 kilometers away, and it's also a very nice location. Wow, I mean, it looks absolutely insane. It looks absolutely insane. I tell you what, I would really love to someday live in a coastal town in Germany, because oh my god, it must be a beautiful life. I mean, just look at it. This road directly at the sea. It's crazy. It's honestly really crazy. Right, this is our next location, and let me just park up right here, because as you can see right here, all those little lines, these are the lines for the Northwest 200 race, which is really quite exciting, honestly. It feels like being on, yeah, how should you say it? It feels like being on a race, but honestly, yeah, with not very many people right now, because it's not the race, honestly. And yeah, very exciting. Right, picture secured, and yeah, off to Belfast. Well, it was an absolute amazing experience here in Port Stewart, and in general a really amazing experience in Ireland and Northern Ireland, where I am right now. And this marks officially the last drive here in Ireland, because I'm making my way now to Belfast Port. We have 1 hour and 30 minutes to go, 94 kilometers. I need to be there at 10 a.m. I will arrive there at 9:20 a.m. And Ireland, was such an amazing place. The people were really friendly. The roads were actually really quite good. Yes, there were obviously some exceptions, but let me tell you, overall the roads were actually amazing and really fun to drive. It was an absolute amazing experience, and this marks officially the end of the last country in the north, which is in the north of Europe, excluding Iceland, obviously, because Iceland is not in the European Union. But let me tell you, I want to visit Iceland one day in the foreseeable future with either this car or with some other cars. I don't know. But Ireland was the last country in the European Union which is in the north of Europe, which is really exciting, which means the trip after this one, when I return back, will go down, not to the north, no, it will go down to the south. But before that, we need to make our way to Belfast Port. Some 1.5 hours later, and welcome to Belfast Port. This is officially now the real end of the Ireland road trip with this, my first ever car. The 15th country that this car has ever visited is now done, and it is absolutely insane. It is absolutely insane. Now, I already said that in this video before. The facts and figures about this trip will go live in about 16 days. In between will come something different, but I hope you enjoyed this video and the many videos before that. If you do, please leave a like and hit the subscribe button, and I hope I see you in the next one. Alright, peace. So after taking the 2-hour ferry from Belfast to Kenrine in Scotland, it was after that a pretty boring motorway push where I actually saw a nice BMW M4 and a rolling house. After 9 hours of driving, I finally arrived at the Eurotunnel in Folkestone, and with that, some 8 and a bit hours later, no, not even that, 12.5 hours later, welcome to the Eurotunnel. Damn, it's now basically 1 AM in the morning. My booking is at 4:16, which is interesting to say the least. So I have a lot of time. I will actually sleep, and yeah, I think I will see you when we drive into the Eurotunnel. Alright, welcome to the Le Shuttle Eurotunnel in Folkestone, England. Alright. Here we are. Alright, I will see you on the other end. And with that, bonjour France, and now I have to remember to drive on the right again. 9 hours and 19 to go. It is it's basically 6 AM in the morning. After I've driven onto the train and arrived in France, it was again a pretty boring motorway push back to Hamburg, where I felt pretty at home after I found the Hamburg port in the distance. Alright, leave a like and hit the subscribe button, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Peace!